Oilersnation Radio, episode 95,000. Matches the same temperature as it is outside.
It is boiling outside. I was talking to Alma this morning, who is a boss here. I don't know what his actual job title is.
He's the head of shows.
Head of shows. Does a great job, either way. And he's like, how's the weather there? I was like, well, it's super smoky today. He's like, yeah,
it's not super smoky, but it's kind of hazy.
This morning, and he's like, I've heard it's been smoking for a while. I was like, no. Things are literally on fire here right now. I don't know where, but I woke up to smoke.
No, because like last year was smoky.
Last year was nuts.
Last couple, and I assume that this is just leading into that, which means we go from like plus 34, it drops like plus 23.
Minus.
Well, I know. I'm just getting ready for it.
Rick.
You lose like 10 degrees though. It sucks.
Do you know? Actually, I was talking to this with my girlfriend's dad yesterday. At one point in the winter, wasn't it like minus 54 or something like that?
Yeah, that was in like, remember none of our cars started. We were all staying at home.
That's right. We did an episode at home that day because it was a Friday. And but I think that was with the wind chill. Either way, it was at least like minus 40. With yesterday, which was 34, that is a 74-degree swing in weather in like 4 months.
Yeah, 84 degree.
43 and 30?
Didn't you say 54?
I was with wind chill, sorry.
I can't wind chill.
Either way, freezing cold.
Yeah,
so
but that's a long time to
because they also like when they take
temperatures
now, it's in the shade, it's not in the sun.
We can do a nice swap like that in the wintertime though. You leave to go to Mexico when it's minus 40. You get to Mexico and it's plus 30. Therefore, in 6 hours you do 70 degrees.
Well, I was saying to Dan on ONE, because Dan just came back from vacation. It sucks when you go on vacation and at home it's just as warm when you leave.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
A little upsetting.
That doesn't bother me.
It just feels like it's like, damn.
This is 10 degrees less than what I was experiencing.
I'm surprised you don't have a sweater.
So
on.
this is balmy, nice and easy.
That doesn't bother me.
It bothered me. So when I went to Kelowna a couple of weeks ago, I came back and it was warmer here, and that sucked. And it was still like 33 in Kelowna. You came back, it was 30.
Because you want to go to the hot zone.
Heat. Yeah, you don't want to come. I want to come home to it, but I don't want to.
That's why I'll rarely go on vacation during the summertime.
Oh, so to me, like I would, because it's more the destination I'm going to as opposed to necessarily the temperature.
That's true as well.
Winter, different story. If it's that, that 2-week window in February, I do not want to be here at all.
Yeah, except for this year, that 2-week window in February was in November.
Was it?
Yeah, that's when we had
a pretty mellow winter outside of that, didn't we?
Yeah, it has been for the last couple of years. We just get that 5 to 7 days of.
It's just that one stretch.
Yeah, terrible.
That's the one that goes all over the news, where in other countries go, holy shit.
Yeah.
Everyone makes fun of us.
Crazy weather.
Come to Oilers Nation for the weather updates, so I'm going to give you some. You want a 7-day forecast? All right. Today feels like current temperature, 33 degrees in the capital city. Overnight, 19 degrees. Casual. Tomorrow, Saturday, 33 degrees.
We're not dipping below 30 to like next Thursday.
Yeah, so we got just real quick. We got Sundays 34, Mondays 35, Tuesdays 36, and Wednesday is currently balmy at 32 degrees. It's a delicious debate. How hot can it get?
I have to laugh because when I was down in the States, I talked to a lot of people and I actually made some people fans of this show, I think, and they said that they were going to tune in to another episode. So I'm glad that they're tuning in for this one.
Hello, new friends.
Hello, friends.
And also weather report in numbers that they don't understand. They think we're frozen in English.
I can do this for you, Dan.
About like 100.
34 degrees.
35 is about 100.
So 34 degrees, according to the Google machine, is 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Spicy.
Very spicy.
Pretty good.
You
guys seen so I feel like I have a lot of power now because I can actually control what's going to go on the screen here.
Sure.
Have you guys seen the hit television program from England called The In-Betweeners?
I loved it. It's a great show. It's fantastic.
Goodness gracious. I didn't save it correctly.
Rick, you haven't seen The In-Betweeners?
No.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I've not heard of this one.
It's all on Amazon Prime.
What is it?
They're just like 30-minute episodes of these 4 kids that are in high school, essentially, and they're just the rudest little pricks ever.
And whenever it comes on, it's like, friend.
Oh, friend.
Oh,
If you ever hear me and
football
Liam doing that, it's from the In-Betweeners. Oh, football friend.
Football friend.
It's a great show.
Y'all seen that one?
Nope.
No.
The two movies are also excellent.
Yes,
So,
they are fantastic.
Start with the series, end with the movies.
Yeah,
Why were you bringing up the In-Betweeners?
because you said friend.
Oh,
Dan said we
friend.
made friends, and I looked up. I'm trying to get it on the screen quick as I can. Go onto our YouTube. And
How much more do we have to vamp here?
I got it now.
All right.
I think.
Go ahead.
Maybe.
Just a little screenshot. Hopefully this is it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to edit this part.
Oh, friend.
Friend. There it is.
Oh, football friend.
Friend.
It's a great show.
There you go.
If you like the In-Betweeners, you can reach out to Liam and I.
Yeah, we can chat about
Yeah, we'll chat about it. I mean, that show at this point is probably, what, 15 years old?
it. Yes.
It doesn't matter. It's still great. Let's get to actual business here. We'll see how much business we get to. There's not a lot going on.
Not a lot
right
of business to get to.
now. We are in the dead zone, but you know what? We're podcasting anyway. Liam, what do you got for delicious debate?
Delicious debate today. Who should be the Oilers' next general manager? It was reported this week that Jeff Jackson doesn't want to be in a job, which we all kind of knew, but he wants someone in a position within the next 7 to 10 days, which was 3 days ago when he said.
So we got a week.
We're running out of days now.
We're looking.
So-
we're looking for like a late week news release.
Yeah, so within the next week, probably by the time we record the show next week, we should have some more information.
While you guys are
We
thinking,
don't need it.
friend of everyone, Frank Saravalli, he appeared on Oilers Now this past week, outlined kind of what the Oilers may be looking at with their GM, and I quote, "I think what you need is someone that is in lockstep and shares the same vision as Jeff Jackson." Now, I'm not in the room, and I don't know exactly what those discussions are like, but I do have a pretty decent grasp on the specificity of the vision that Jeff Jackson has, and it's pretty detailed, where he sees this organization going, the steps that they can make, the aggression with which they want to do it, thinking outside the box, trying different avenues. I think all of those things are really important, and you need someone that has the ability to execute. That's been one shining light, I think, from the last 3 weeks plus that we've seen from Jeff Jackson is his ability to execute. So we're going to have a fast mover.
Good.
No Steve Tambellini. He was assessing the situation. I don't remember what his verbiage was.
Mr. Dithers. Pat on the shoulders at all times.
Yeah.
Never swung
He
off.
watched a lot of pitches go by.
Hey, you got Jared Smithson.
He did. That was our big deadline
Yeah, 3
acquisition.
weeks
for
after we got him.
Oh, yeah.
Have a baby or something like that. And it took forever.
I remember that trade and
But
being
hey,
like, what is the point in this?
Great on the draw.
Yeah, great.
Oh, fantastic on the
Should have
draw.
re-signed him, really.
Don't know why I didn't.
Well,
Did his career end after that? I would assume so.
Jared Smithson is a guy who existed.
Mhm.
And that's as much as we know about him as Oilers fans.
He was also a right-hand shot. That's about it.
Do you have any thoughts on who could be the next Oilers GM? Liam, I'm sure you've talked about this on Oilers Nation every day. What say you?
Yeah, so Zach wrote an article the other day on Oilers Nation. 5 candidates. Jeff Jackson was one, but I feel like
No,
he's
he's
just
not a
5
candidate.
because
Unless he comes out with the Groucho Marx, like the mustache and the glasses. He just
Yeah.
goes, "It was me the whole time."
Look, he's already said why he doesn't want to do it. He thinks he should be with the team, doesn't work for his family and stuff, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter.
He doesn't
At the end of the
live here,
day, I
yeah.
do believe he's going to be sitting at the table, and I think he's going to be very much hands-on.
Mhm.
So I don't think anybody should be too worried about who he brings in, because whoever he brings in is going to be thinking along the lines of him and is going to have to go through him in order to make a deal, make a move.
So it's Jeff Jackson. The name we've heard the most around this is Stan Bowman. I know there's obviously very mixed. I don't know if there is mixed feelings about it. I think there's a general one feeling about it.
I just don't want the noise.
I think
Like,
that's
there's
the
no
thing,
reason
too.
for the noise. You can't tell me that there's not an equivalent candidate out there in some variety who doesn't make Connor McDavid answer those questions.
Has he done anything along the lines of what Jeff Jackson has done? Like, do you even think they're
Oh, he's been aggressive. He's just done it poorly.
fine? But Jeff,
Nice.
that's fine. Yeah. But Jeff's is not looking for someone to swing the bat. He's looking for the guys that are
Gotta
going to,
guide
connect on the ball.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that's I don't think Bowman is actually in his purview right now. I think this is a name that was out there for conversation points at one point. It's understandable why you'd think it, just, his resume and whatnot. However, I don't think the team is honestly considering it that much.
I think the fact that they brought it up last year around this time, as he was a part of the short list, even before the league had approached bringing him back into the fold, makes it so that he is a part of it. I think that what Jeff Jackson is looking for here is just a guy to be a fall guy, a guy that he can fire if it's not going well. And Stan Bowman fits that perfectly. He's that mold of a guy that's done this job before. And if it's not going well, Jeff Jackson can just toss him out the door and keep his model and his mode in mind and keep it going. Now, on the flip side, Stan Bowman is a guy that's going to be willing to do whatever the hell he needs to be able to get into this league again. I don't think he's the best choice, but I think he might be the choice.
No.
What else was on that list?
Mark Hunter was another one who did some work with the Leafs, but is mostly known for his role with the London Knights. The Hunter family obviously runs that organization, and they've done a fantastic job.
Yep.
I don't know if he would be my guy, but Jeff Jackson is, he's worked in Ontario when he was an agent. That was kind of where the bulk of his clients were. Obviously knows what the London Knights have done. I think everyone does. And he's an interesting one because a guy that doesn't come with a lot of experience in the NHL, but he's also not young.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's well established within his career. I don't know if that would be the guy for me. Another one, which is interesting, Keith Gretzky.
That's who I think it is.
I think so too, because if they just kind of want to get, what was Frank's quote again? Sorry, just a guy to kind of steer the ship, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You've got a guy who's already been in there making all these decisions through this process. I would say probably Gretzky, Holland, and what's the other assistant GM they have? Smith, I think his name is.
Isn't it Brad Holland?
Sorry, that was Brad. Yeah, Brad Holland, Keith Gretzky, and then there's one other guy, Bob Green. No, whoever it is the third guy.
Yeah, no, I think Green is a long time ago.
Bob Gandalf,
I believe that's him.
the guy who did Live Aid.
Yeah, Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Gandalf was from Lord of the
Gandalf.
Rings.
Yes, he was from Lord of the Rings.
You have those three guys that have essentially been through this process these last few weeks and should have auditioned themselves. And if Keith Gretzky can come in, knows what the messaging is, has been around the organization, you take away the name, and he should be a top candidate.
He should have been a candidate a long time ago. Everybody sat there and said because of his name, they got upset with it. But look what he's done as a secondhand man with Holland. I thought it was pretty insane that everyone sat there and thought it was silly to bring him along because of the Gretzky name. They thought the only reason he was there is because of Wayne. It's the same reason why
he came with Shirley, didn't he? And they won together in Boston.
Yeah, like he's done his work. He's proved his point. He has a bit of a resume. That's who I think is going to be the guy. I just don't think there's anybody out there. There's not a big fish, so I think you bring that guy in, and then it gives Jeff more time to try and find perhaps somebody a little bit younger, somebody the next guy that can come in and do. And maybe it's Brad Holland. Maybe it's one of the others, and that mysterious third person.
I'm gonna find out that.
If there's a third person, Gandalf, I think is probably too old, and I don't know who the other guy was.
I think Gandalf passed away, didn't he?
Oh,
he's Gandalf the White now.
He can.
Yep.
I was like, that's a job opening.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna see a guy like Keith in charge, and then you'll either bring in the next guy, or it's gonna just be Brad Holland behind him.
It was
Bill
Smeagol.
Scott.
Oh yeah.
Bill Scott with the lucky socks.
Bob Green.
The salary cap is his official title is assistant general manager, salary cap and hockey operations. And then for Keith Gretzky, it's also AGM, GM of the Condors, and then Brad Holland is AGM, director of professional scouting. So when you piece those just three job titles together, and it's the way you're actually laid out on the website too, like
the other two have jobs. I think
Gretzky has a job, but I mean his job is more higher establishment. He's a GM of a team.
Yes, that's what I'm referring.
Those two kind of got to bump themselves up,
and they have separate jobs outside of management. So I think it's Keith Gretzky.
What do you think of Keith?
I would love a Keith pick. I still think it's going to be a Bowman pick, but I think it was you, Liam, that floated out the idea of Jeff Jackson's a guy that off the ice knows a lot of hockey minds. And there's still, to me, like if I'm going to bet, I would say it's Bowman first as my just thought that's going to be the pick. But then I'd be looking at the field because I could see Jeff Jackson coming out of nowhere with a guy that he trusts and thinks has the mind for it and has the opportunity to keep going.
I want to tag onto that in a sec. I could also see us doing the Stan Bowman much ado about nothing thing where the person that gets named GM of the Oilers is somebody we go, who is that guy? And maybe he was like a high up agent in the,
Yeah.
in the agency that Jeff Jackson worked at. Another guy who's got connections to literally everybody. I could see that happening too.
Well, isn't that just what we all did when Chris Knobloch was hired? Like, who the heck is this dude?
Well, because and also
great.
looking around the league, like, what's his name in Vancouver? Former agent.
Oh, Alvin.
What's his name in Montreal?
Yeah, Kent Hughes.
Former agent. So
it is a bit of a trend now, isn't it?
I could see him going like, oh, this was my dude at what agency was that? Wasserman or something like that.
Yeah.
This is my guy at Wasserman. He knows everybody. He's been around the league for whatever. He's going to be the new GM. I could see that happening too.
Yeah, I really don't think it's gonna be Bowman. There's no point in bringing in that noise, and then I think just his track record. I think it's just people wanting to put it into the conversation for whatever reason. It doesn't make sense to me.
I also think that Jackson has shown that he's willing to put somebody in a position that even if they don't have a lot of NHL experience, like he did with Nobby. When he got hired,
he did it himself.
Yeah, like when he got hired, I remember the names going around. Oh, well, if Woody gets fired, then they're gonna go out and hire, like, I'm just gonna say his name, even though he was never an option. Mark Crawford type, who's been around everywhere. You know what I mean?
Can't believe he didn't. I still can't believe he didn't put Gretzky in the shootout. What an idiot!
Yeah,
it was never gonna be Mark Crawford, people. So I was just saying a name. Stop it.
Who even were the candidates? I don't remember. But the other name on the list. This guy is actually probably 5 on my list. I mean, I even with Jackson not wanting to be in charge, I think I would put him lower. Sean Horkoff. Now, my reason behind it is he is the director of player development with the Detroit Red Wings, and also I believe he is the general manager of Grand Rapids. Detroit for years was known for the development of players. Obviously, Datsuk, Zetterberg, and like maybe they got lucky on some of them. But also,
Horkoff was playing at that time, though.
No. I just mean like with those guys, Detroit had a system, and whoever was in charge of it, Ken Holland, obviously the top of that, had guys coming through. Detroit, since Sean Horkoff has been in charge, has just had nobody come through. And maybe that's a factor of Steve Yzerman just going out and spending all this money to get people in, but also part of Yzerman's plan when he was with Tampa was to have guys come through. And the combination of Yzerman and Horkoff is literally not working right now. And you look through a lot of their picks, and the ones that have worked are obviously Mo Seider, Lucas Raymond, like their first round picks, but the top 5, top 6 picks, whatever they were. Like the rest of them, guys aren't coming through that system. And I know sometimes it can take a while to develop, but he's been there since I believe it was 2018. And outside of the first round, they have had Jonathan Berggren.
Right.
Alec Regular.
Mm-hmm.
Regular?
Elmer, yeah.
Elmer Fudd?
Yep. Elmer Soderblom.
Yep.
He's a flower salesman.
And those are the only non-first round picks that have played games for the Detroit Red Wings. And only Jonathan Berggren has played more than 25. I just don't think that, like, the idea, like, people, I did a bit of research on this the other day. That's why I kind of can go into a bit more about it. Everyone had this conversation about how players weren't coming through when Holland was here. It's like, I think when you go through and actually look at a lot of the top contending teams, they won't have very many. Like the Vegas look like they had one of the most, and they had like 2 extra guys come through outside of first round picks. But I think Edmonton has done a really good job of actually using Bakersfield as a good system to get guys coming through. Obviously, Holloway and Broberg, first round picks have done it, but like, you have Skinner, Ryan McLeod was part of that too. Like even Leon Nurse, Yamamoto, those kind of guys spent time there and came through the system. And Vinny, yeah, there's a couple more. And
your goalie's coming on the way, probably.
Even guys that they traded away, like Kesselring, for example. Like he's gone on to have a solid NHL career so far. I know it's only been a year and a half, but either way, like Detroit just aren't doing that. So I just feel, and maybe it's not Horkoff, maybe it's Yzerman, maybe I'm being too harsh.
I also think
that's his title.
With Holland out, that direct connection to Detroit kind of goes away. People,
yeah, you also don't want to.
It kind of goes away. It kind of goes away. So we have to kind of drop that mind process. I think.
I just think Horkoff is only in this conversation because he played for the Oilers, not from what he's actually done in his career.
And he's got 2 colored eyes.
No way.
Something to think about.
Yeah, he is the.
You didn't know that?
No. We just looked it up.
He's always looking at you.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of guys from that team that are in front office type of jobs now. Dougie is.
Mike Greer, obviously.
Garen's a coach. I think
Garen's
Todd
GM
Marchand,
out in,
Marchand does something somewhere.
Marchand's in San Jose as well.
So yeah, it's impressive.
I think I would like to hire Salma Linen.
Tony. Hey.
Make him the GM.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. See?
There you go.
Told you.
Yeah, if you bring in him though, it'll probably take some of the heat off Nurse.
Sean Horkoff, yeah.
Yeah.
Or nobody would understand better.
It's true.
Sean Horkoff got 77 points or something like that, and then he signed a 5 by 5.5, and everybody was ripping it for years.
Ripping him.
Zach Hyman makes that money now.
Yeah,
it's funny because he was probably the highest paid player on the team, right?
I don't remember.
I would imagine.
Probably yeah. It's funny though when you look at NHL contracts, you go back to like 2000 to right now. There's not a massive difference. Like baseball, basketball, football, huge difference in contracts. But I mean, you go back to like 99, somewhere in there. Dude, I remember Bobby Holik signed for the Rangers.
It was like $9 million,
$10 million in the early 2000s. You'd think that would turn into, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 million for those types of players now. No.
But it scared off those guys. The guys that were getting the money were
like whatever Leon extends at this summer.
Yeah.
He's still going to make less than bench players in the NBA.
Makes no sense.
Changing gears. I've got some very important news. The Oilers head of, what is this guy's title? I want to make sure that I get it right. Joel Jackson. I don't think there's any relation to Jeff, but he and his wife, they just won the Alberta wife carrying competition.
Oh, good for them.
Wow.
The Jackson, whose winning time to cover the 278-yard outdoor obstacle course was 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Is there a picture
of them,
did he carry
of the
her?
carry?
Yeah.
What was
it?
What was his name? Sorry?
Joel Jackson. So yeah, there is a picture and I'll show you, but essentially for you listening on the podcast, she's got her head near the bum.
It's a reverse six. It's like 69, but on the backside.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, listen, that's the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah, I was going to go a different route, but that's exactly what it is.
It's like a fireman crawl, like a fireman carry, but she fell.
Yeah, but
she's
got a face full of bum.
Oh yeah.
No worries. I'll get it up on the big screen.
There's terms for each of these types of holds too. There's like a
because that's the one I was thinking. I was like, you need.
There it is actually.
The old backpack.
The Estonian carry method.
The Estonian.
So anyway,
obviously.
Their winning time for the obstacle course was 1 minute and 15 seconds, 15.47 seconds. I want to be specific here. As a result, they won $670 along with 15 cases of beer.
Oh, there you go.
4 Edmonton Riverhawks tickets, as well as T-shirts showing that they had competed in the Alberta wife carrying competition.
And you know what, too?
How many competitors? Just curious.
I think the original competition, you win wife's weight in goal in beer.
Yeah.
Do you know that's big for the husband because now it's like you can tell your wife how light she is. When you've been able to carry her and you win
a contest.
That is big. So here's the
but like on the other side, like if you lost, you can't be like, listen.
So there you go.
The pride of Estonia.
There's the Estonian carry, obviously. So if you're listening on podcast but want to see it, come to 24 minutes on the show.
Yeah.
On YouTube and you'll see it. And
it's risky. That's a risky carry from the ladies' perspective.
You know what, too? Like
I've seen some bad marathon. I've seen some bad marathon photos though.
Yeah.
Like he could fall backwards right on her head. That's like I don't know what wrestling move that is, but it's devastating.
Spine buster.
No, if he falls backwards, she tucks a bit and you roll her back.
2, there's the obvious concerns about conjunctivitis.
Yes. No one wants pink eye in the summer.
No one wants
Can you get pink eye from your partner?
Yes.
I don't think that's the thing.
When you're in the blast zone, you can.
Yeah. And I mean, look at that
Awesome.
grip around his stomach too.
She had the
That
kung fu
is
grip.
Tough
You
to
have
run
to because
for.
you need like
Just-
that's the ultimate area for the weight carry, right?
No,
Yeah.
see, I think the key is the triangle lock on his brain.
And that's why I'm worried about the fats, is that she's probably squeezing the tummy real hard.
Yeah. So, and there's a picture of them post race.
See, winners.
Look at that. And there's the drinks right there.
They really
That is
should.
the Oilers.
Yeah.
Joel Jackson is the Oilers' strength and conditioning coach. Makes perfect sense that he won
There
this.
you go.
Oh, I can't wait for training camp.
I need to see the boys
We're gonna
carrying
see,
each other. What is the Estonian carry?
The Estonian. Who do you think would be the best player to Estonian carry?
Leon.
Derek Ryan.
Leon's built like a fucking.
No. But you won't want Leon on your back.
No, I want Leon
you want
carrying.
Yeah,
Leon,
Leon
Leon
carrying.
is Mr. is
Is
Mr.
Mr.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Miss
Oh.
Jackson. Oh, you know what?
Matt
We
Savoy.
Yeah,
just got him at
no,
the
no,
deadline.
100%. It's Matt Savoy.
It's
Not
Troy
Savoy.
Stetcher.
No,
Stetcher, yeah.
Ooh,
Stetcher.
Troy Stetcher's a little guy
Stetcher's the
too.
best
oh,
one.
I
got
was
it,
gonna. Jeff Skinner.
Jeff Skinner's
know-
not big.
It'll be when they do this at training camp. Everyone will remember Kylie Yamamoto and wish he was still here.
Well, I was gonna say if he was still here, I mean that's Leon's boy.
It's
right?
just like I could see like a couple years ago they're doing the Estonian carry for the the Oilers wife carrying contest or whatever, and all of a sudden Leon's like, "All right, who's my partner?" And it's Miko. His head's dragging on the ground behind him. He's like, "Come on, Leon, pick me up."
Thank goodness he was bald.
I hope Knobloch brings that in
It's actually
instead
why
of
he was
bag
bald.
skating like a boys after a bad game. You run stairs like that.
So the Jacksons, they did win the wife's weight in beer. That was part of it. So that was the 15 cases. And
Ooh.
they said if they do it again, they'll be back to defend the title.
They need to be
Okay. Delicious debate quickly.
back. Yes.
So the lightest defenseman on the Oilers is Troy Stetcher, 184 pounds.
Why does that have to be a defenseman?
Because the other lightest player is a forward. I just wanted to give you an idea because everyone would have guessed Troy Stetcher. Who is the lightest forward on the team?
Matt Savoy.
Derek Ryan.
That's in the Oilers, for the Oilers.
Derek Ryan.
Derek Ryan.
Yeah,
I'm
Derek
going-
Ryan's a good guess.
I'm going Skinner then.
Jeff Skinner.
Yes, not.
No,
Not the
Jeff
Moose-
Skinner. You're not giving him enough credit, Rick. Jeff Skinner, to give you a scale, 200 pounds.
Thick boy.
Thick, those thighs.
He's got those legs. Yeah, those
Yeah.
figure skating legs.
I still
Um,
think Papa Nuge is probably Papa Nuge has to be over 2 bills now.
Derek
Oh,
Ryan,
yeah.
by the way, is not the lightest forward. He is
So
tied for the second lightest forward,
Wow.
Oh,
There you go.
maybe.
So who-
Well, at what number?
185.
Wow.
Is it
What's
Sam
the-
Gagne?
What's the winning weight?
No,
No, Sam Gagne's probably over 2 bills. Is it Nuge?
It is not Nuge. Nuge is 192, the third lightest forward. The
Is it Janmark?
forward is actually tied for the same amount
Oh.
of weight as Troy Stetcher.
Dylan Holloway.
It is not Dylan Holloway.
Damn it.
Dylan Holloway is 206 pounds.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
a thick
beefy.
boy.
Yeah.
He thick.
Nuge, you said Nuge. I said 192. Yeah. Janmark 205.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be Jan.
No, he's too sturdy.
Nuge is the answer.
Strong like
No.
bull.
It
No,
can't
it's
be.
not Nuge. This guy is also 6 foot. He is less than 185 pounds.
He's a string bean.
Zach.
It's not Zach Hyman.
Okay, we've got nothing left. There's no
Zach
more
Hyman
players.
is actually the 4th heaviest player.
Are you going to tell me Connor McDavid weighs 185 pounds?
No, Connor McDavid is 194.
Wow.
One more guess each, and I'll let you know.
See, and it can't. And we're talking just forwards here,
Just
right?
forwards. He would actually be. Yeah, he would be.
Connor Brown.
Connor Brown.
I'm like, it can't be Perry.
184. The heaviest player on the team, Matthias Ekholm, 225 pounds.
Oh,
Evander Kane is the heaviest forward at 218.
Yeah. Swedish meatballs.
I believe these are summer weights.
I don't want to talk about my summer weight.
They updated
Still working
every
on it.
single day
Yeah.
for them.
Away in, boys.
What was that? There was that story from like Phil Kessel not wanting to weigh in when he was a Toronto Maple Leaf. Is the greatest thing ever. Anyway, there you go. So shout out to Joel Jackson, the Jacksons, for winning
Good
the
for
Alberta wife carrying contest.
Excellent.
There you go.
Question:
Yes,
do they get a banner?
they should.
I think so.
Ring of Honor.
Champion's a champion.
Yeah.
Come on,
I didn't get a banner for my pizza eating competition, Rick.
you should though.
It was not an Edmonton Oiler event.
It was held at Rogers Place.
It was held at Ford Hall. I
Well-
think Mr. Gregor.
I think we need to be like,
you want to talk to about that.
when it's time for the Oilers Nation Open coming up on August 30th, we're going to be shaking Gregor down for Dan's banner.
Yeah, we'll bring it up.
The Rogers, please.
The other thing I want to get to before we get to, we do have actual things to do with sponsors attached to it, but I want to loop you guys in on something that'll be happening next week on my podcast, Better Late Than Never. Waz left a voicemail that was just hilarious to me.
He leaves one every week, right?
He leaves a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's an interesting peek into his mind. So this
Uh-oh.
past week, he went to Winners and was stunned by some of the deals you can get at Winners. So I said, what I want to do is give him $20 and send him to the dollar store to see what he can acquire with $20 to feed the office.
Wow.
You can get food there. You
You
can get
can.
snacks.
Totally.
You can get candy.
When I was living on my own, I would go to Dollar Armor a lot. and get
So-
some goodies.
One of our listeners, Kali and Bomber, sent in $20, and he said, "Better send Waz somewhere." So next week, I think he's here.
Yeah, I assume
Yeah, he is.
he's out there somewhere.
I will be giving Waz $20 from Kali and Bomber, and he will be going out to Dollarama or whatever dollar store he chooses and providing snacks for the office.
He lives right
Someone's
next
gonna have to
the dollar
record this.
I bet he goes over.
Without question.
I bet he goes over.
store. I bet he gets one thing for everybody.
We got a bag of chips.
I cannot wait to see what he does.
Yeah, I
with
saw his
$20.
Christmas present, so
Yeah.
this is gonna be
It
great.
was a loose bag of Keurigs.
Yes,
what,
yes.
what day is this due bag milk? Friday of next week? It'll be done
So-
Friday morning.
I'm thinking that, we do our team meeting. So I'm thinking Tuesday.
Okay.
I think after we do our team meeting on Tuesday morning, we'll all come in, we'll have snacks.
There you go.
So watch out for some Waz content. I'm curious to see what kind of shopper he is. How can you make $20 stretch out to feed an office full of people? We're about to find out. Well, I'll do a little betting talk here before we get into the ESPN list. And we're looking at futures. We're going to play Guess That Line. And I'm hoping that you guys haven't done your homework on this one because I'm getting into the weeds. We're not just doing cup winner this time. No, friends, we're not doing it.
Oh, it's like plus 800.
It is plus 800.
Does
The
anybody
line's
know who
moving.
the second team is?
Yeah.
I was asking friends yesterday, the day
Carolina.
before.
No,
That is
Rangers?
incorrect.
They're not
Rangers?
it
anymore?
is not.
Is it Dallas?
No.
In fact,
Rangers.
Carolina is now
No.
sixth.
Rangers.
no.
Is
Six.
it Rangers?
No.
What about the
No.
Rangers?
No.
No.
I don't
Rangers?
know. Who
On
you're
365 plus 900 as of yesterday,
Yep.
probably
Tampa
still is
Bay.
today.
Still is.
No.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
It's going to blow your mind. Hang on,
Columbus
let me
Blue
read the
Jays.
plug and then we can do
Oh,
this.
It
Atlanta
can't be
Thrashers.
Washington.
No.
Boston Bruins.
Let
No.
me read the plug, Rick. Then we'll do it. Oh, of course. There's no talking points in here. So I'm just going to go to a different one.
Carolina Hurricanes.
No.
Toronto Blue Jays.
No.
Yes, Toronto Blue Jays. They can't win anything except the Stanley Cup. All right. The betting segment is brought to you by our friends at Bet365, proud partner of Oilers Nation Radio. Open an account with Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets. So whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Use the promo code Oily Bonus. Oily Bonus, Oily Bonus, Oily Bonus. You guys want to keep guessing? The second
I don't even know what.
second
team they're
place for odds to win the Stanley Cup. The Oilers are
Plus-
plus 800 as the favorites.
Plus 900.
They are
for this
plus
team.
900
with.
for
They're an
this team.
Eastern Conference team.
They're an
Vegas
Eastern
Golden Knights.
Conference
Yep.
team.
So it's not the Vegas Golden Knights.
No.
Okay, Florida.
No.
It is
So
not
Florida,
Florida.
Tampa, Toronto,
Florida is
Nope,
currently
nope,
Carolina,
Nope.
New York Rangers
Nope.
on it.
Nope.
Correct. Boston.
Nope.
Nope. It's gonna blow your mind.
can't think of
Actually,
it.
I still don't understand.
I still don't get it either.
Were they,
Straight
How about this?
the
Nope.
Islanders.
They
Nope.
missed the playoffs last year.
No way.
Wait.
They
Buffalo
missed the
Sabres.
Yep. Nope. Sorry, I was yapping him and noping you.
I was just about to lose it.
I'm just trying to think of what
They
teams.
missed the playoffs last year.
Insane.
Is
This
it
makes-
Montreal?
No.
Ottawa?
No.
Okay, there's nothing left. We said the Islanders, the Devils. The Devils.
It's the Devils.
is-
Okay,
Whoa.
that's not as insane as I thought it was, but the fact that I forgot them is not a great sign.
The Devils.
Why is Dougie Hamilton that good?
Devils.
Sheldon
They got-
Keefe, baby.
Because they went
They
and
got
got
Markstrom.
they went and got Markstrom. They've got their
Sick.
Brodeur
When has Markstrom ever been good in the playoffs?
one time before Calgary.
Yes, that is true. I forgot he played somewhere
So
else.
plus 900 is the New Jersey
Wow.
Devils.
Who's
Well,
even on the team?
You know what? Like the deadline,
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes.
because they went out and got Marchessault, Nope.
No, Nashville.
That's
got
Nashville.
Marchessault.
They were rumored to get Marchessault. What the heck? Who did they pick up
picked
at
up
the
a defenseman.
deadline?
Nashville is currently 10th.
Yeah, they
So
got
here's the line.
Or no, sorry, 11th.
Palat, Nico
Heischer.
Wow.
I didn't know which one.
He's in his off season too right now.
Timo Meyer, Jack Hughes, Dawson Mercer, Thomas Tatar, Eric Haller,
Tatar.
Stefan Nosen, Paul Cotier,
I think it's defense that matters.
Paul Cotter,
Chris
Chris
Lazar.
Lazar.
You made a whole thing there, Paul Cotier. You added a whole bunch of stuff to that name. That was awesome.
See, they got Brett Pesce, man.
It's awesome.
I
The
do like
Oilers
Brett
made it
Pesce.
to the Stanley Cup final last year with Cody Ceci on their second pairing.
Well,
Defense is irrelevant as long as you have superstars.
Ouch.
That goal,
There you go, plus 900.
Don't get me wrong. Like
Echo
I know
and
where-
Bush have little tears rolling down their cheeks right now.
we reacted like this team shouldn't even sniff the playoffs. Like they're obviously a really good team.
They're a
but-
playoff team, but
Totally, but they are they will be the 2019 Edmonton Oilers. After they are the Edmonton Oilers from 2017 onwards. 2017, you make the playoffs, you got hype, you win round one, you run into a good team, you got knocked out. Next year, you fall out the playoffs. You have to trade a couple of guys at the deadline. They actually
it's gonna be
acquired
traded all those
someone.
damn goals and didn't bring any in.
Yes,
It's
either
very
way,
simple.
didn't work
Thanks,
out for them.
Pete.
Now they'll make it back and they'll be good. They're a great team, but also the East is
I think
the East top teams are very good, and I don't think the Devils. Are
I
better
don't
than
think they beat the
Florida.
Rangers in a 7-game series.
I think that
I
is
think they could.
a baby soft.
I think they can, but I don't think they will. And I don't.
super soft.
Yeah, and I have said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't think Jack Hughes is a fantastic hockey. He's very skilled and everything, but I think he's a perimeter player, and he's not going to do very well in the playoffs,
Who's going to stand up for
especially
Jack
as
Hughes?
himself, as the leader there.
Who's going to stand up for Jack Hughes in that lineup when he gets roughed up? By
Curtis
somebody?
Lazar.
Curtis McDermott is there, I think, currently.
Yeah, I
He's a
think he is,
scratch,
yeah.
but like
Yeah,
still.
sure, put McDermott on the ice.
He's
That's
not-
going to help
he's
you.
not
I mean,
lined
that
up,
blue
it's the
line is
problem.
good. Don't get me wrong. Having Nemec as your third pair and defenseman,
Dylan and Nemec.
Dylan's good. I like Dylan. It's solid, but also like, I don't know. I don't see.
But-
900 really.
Plus 900.
So who's third?
I changed screens already.
Yeah, I forget now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
sorry.
Dallas. It was Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing Guess That Line. You guys missed that one.
That was bad.
You guys never saw the Devils coming at plus 900 be cup.
Makes
Runner-ups.
sense, I say after I guess the entire rest of the league.
We are playing who's going to win the Pacific Division. Currently, the Oilers are favored. But do you know what the line is? Playing Guess That Line. It is. I will give you a hint. It is plus odds that the
Plus-
Oilers will win.
175.
Liam's coming in at plus 175.
I'm doing one plus 125.
Dan's going plus 125.
How the hell are you always in my head? This makes no sense how you always nail my stuff. Plus 140.
Pretty close. If we're playing Price is Right rules without going over, it is Rick. The line for the Oilers to win the Pacific Division is plus 160.
Wow.
They're followed by the Vancouver Canucks at plus 240, the Golden Knights at plus 275, and then the Kings fall back at plus 550, and the rest of the division is basically irrelevant.
Like life.
Mhm. Another one. This one I like. This one's fun to me. So, Liam, can you pull up the standings from last year, please?
Which division?
Just in the league. Go League One. Team to record 100 plus points on the season. If I'm correct, the Oilers had 104 last year. So we're playing Guess That Line. The Oilers are currently favored in the entire NHL to hit plus 100 points.
Can you do it for all of us?
I'm coming.
Liam's pulling up the odds here for the boys, seeing who did what. But can you win? Guess that line.
This technology is crazy, eh?
The
You better
Oilers
take it back to the other room too.
to record 100 plus points in the 2024-25 campaign. Boys, guess that line.
I get it. Oh, there we go. Oh, geez.
Plus 250.
If you want to go on an all-inclusive safari tour, go check out the video version of the
Damn, man,
podcast on YouTube.
Walker. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Absolutely not.
Damn it.
We're playing Guess That Line.
What are we asking? What are the Oilers to get 100 points?
This is going
Yep.
terrible.
And I
100
quoted from
plus
earlier
points.
this episode, Liam, I
100 plus
love
points
doing
for the
this kind of
Oilers?
stuff because
Yep,
I
that's
get
the
to
line.
be the one to put the graphics
Okay.
on.
Oh, like minus 180?
Minus 180 for Rick to hit 100 plus points. The Edmonton Oilers.
I'm saying plus 125.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Now we're cooking,
There
Liam.
we go.
Well, now you're talking.
I'm a producer at heart,
Liam,
What was the line?
guess
say?
that line. Oilers to hit 100 plus points.
What did you say, Rick? Sorry.
Minus 180.
I just changed my answer to plus 200.
Yeah, plus 150.
You're taking a look at this roster and saying,
Sorry, minus
That's
120.
better.
I still think the season is still
Minus 300.
Yeah,
Oh my
I was going
God.
to say.
Not even worth betting on.
no.
not even looking at. I thought I was
Gentlemen.
looking at.
That was crazy.
Guess that line. The Edmonton Oilers to hit plus 110 or 110 plus points. Now we're getting tricky because if you pull up those standings again, Liam, what was there? Only 4 or 5 teams in the whole league that hit
That's gonna take a
110
minute.
plus points?
Here we go.
Oh boy.
1 second. Coming up.
He's coming up. Here we go.
Boom. There you go. There's your.
So we had the Panthers, we had the Jets, we had the Hurricanes, and we had the Dallas Stars and the Rangers. So there was 5 teams that hit 110 plus points. The Edmonton Oilers are favored once again to do it in the 2024-25 campaign. Gentlemen, Oilers hit 110 plus points. Guess that line.
Plus 175.
Dan is in at 175 on the
they were
plus
minus
side.
300 to get 100 points.
That's right.
Let's say I'm going to say minus 200. Minus 200.
Rick,
It's like minus 125.
it is plus 125 that the Edmonton Oilers hit.
That's
5
plus
more
points.
wins, you jump up that. That is insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it? Sorry, for them to win the division again?
Plus 125.
Plus 125, and then to get that, sorry, was also plus 125?
Mhm.
Okay, so they're essentially saying it's bet on them to win the division.
That's what, like, to me, bet, like, that's the safer money is bet on them to win the division over
Yeah.
up plus 100. 110 points is a lot of points. 5
Yeah.
teams did it last year. Now, the Oilers had a horrible start. Could they have gotten there? Yes, but still a lot of points.
16 game
Does that go further?
What do you mean?
Your ticket in front of you?
How much further do you want to go?
Or there's at 120 points?
All right, give me a sec.
The year before, for just conversation's sake, 5 teams had 110 or more. The Oilers had 105, 109.
Plus 120 points is a special request from Rick. Oilers once again favored.
Plus
Hit.
200. It's
Like,
probably
guess-
even more than that.
Like, guess that line.
I'll stick with my 200, but it's going to be higher, I think.
I think plus 400 or 450.
Dan's in at plus 450. Liam.
Plus 300. 120. Is that what you said?
120 points is a lot of points.
Plus 350.
Dan is our winner in here in the Price is Right rules. It is plus 500 that the Oilers get.
Whoa.
120 plus
No one
points in
did
the
it last
standings.
year.
Nobody did it last year, though.
Last team to do it. Anyone know?
Boston Bruins.
Yeah,
Boston
Bruins.
135.
ago.
Last team to do it before that?
Boston Bruins.
Florida.
135?
What? No. Yeah, Boston had 135 points.
It's yeah, I'll be welcome to Rick's lock of the year. Well, maybe not lock of the year, but that'll be one of my favorite bets this year.
If you want to open an account with Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets, so whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Use the promo code Oily Bonus. Oily Bonus. You know what, boys? For not having anything to talk about, we're ripping through 43
I know.
minutes of this podcast. We're cruising. Still got multiple segments to get through, so let's just get to them. Do you want to talk about the ESPN list? There was only 3 players on it. There's no point. Really.
Nah,
No.
especially since we've made it through the show so far.
Connor McDavid was what?
98th. Stupid. Make him 97.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give him 97.
Gosh.
Ridiculous.
It's ESPN though. What do they know about hockey?
Nada.
Apparently nothing, because for reference sake, there's only 2 other players on the list. Ovechkin was 54. Crosby, I think, was 21, 22 or something like
Like
that.
there was no
And-
Patrick Kane.
No Patrick Kane, no Doughty, no Kopitar.
The fact that you're able to pull that out of your memory is proof in the pudding that we've talked about
How
this
much
too
I spoke
much.
about it, yeah. Number 1 was, I'm going to the
Phelps.
top 3, Phelps, Serena Williams, and Messi.
Messi.
Don't get me wrong.
Fine list.
Great. A lot of great athletes on the list, but some of it was like, what are you doing?
And as at Coombe pointed out in the office before we came on here, Secretariat left off.
The
Yeah,
greatest
just somebody,
horses.
Outrageous.
Ridiculous. Gentlemen, it's time for Ask the Idiots. These are all, well, I got 4 questions. 3 are summer related. Well, ish.
But they're
We got
all
one
for the
hockey.
idiots.
We're all idiots. I can tell you that much, but I got to tell you about Millwoods Golf Course, the official golf partner of Oilers Nation. At Millwoods, you will find private club conditions for under $100. Greens are always immaculate. Relaxing driving range with music playing and lots of targets. Fully stocked pro shop with lots of local lines. Be sure to follow Millwoods GC for some below par content. That's Dan's note. The gang over at Millie loves golf, but they also love to have a chuckle. How do you book some tee times? Go to millwoodsgolfcourse.ca. Get yourself in there ahead of the Oilers Nation Open that's coming up on August 30th out at Millwoods Golf Course. Gentlemen, ask the idiots. This one comes in from Lance. I'm going to start with you, Liam. Producer extraordinaire.
Yep.
Fixer of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Graphic provider.
Yep.
Are you excited for the new season to start, or do you find that the summer is going by too quickly?
Summer's going by way too quickly for me. But the season doesn't start till like October.
You got 82 days, so saith our board outside.
So I'm excited when it gets there, but I also do enjoy having the break of summer and not worried about hockey.
Summer Liam switched up the facial hair too.
I am growing a beard currently. So it's all right.
Mm-hmm. Rick, thoughts?
It's a nice start.
Okay. I'm only 28.
Giving reviews of growing a beard.
Dan, you looking forward to the next season, or you find summer's going by way too quickly?
I'm always looking forward to the next season, but as my years get longer in the tooth, I do feel like the seasons and off seasons are getting shorter, and the Oilers are part and parcel of that. So this one's definitely been shorter.
Season's definitely short.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, let's get to the damn season.
Rick's looking forward to it. I mean, I'm in the middle of both. I'm looking forward to the season to start for sure. The Oilers are going to be a great hockey team again, so I can't wait to watch them do their thing. But at the same point, I like sitting outside and having beers at 11 o'clock at night because it's nice out.
Yeah.
You know, I want both. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Reversing the order. Rick, what is one skill or talent you wish you had? One comes in from Kev.
Just in general?
Yep.
Seeing into the future.
Oh,
get out of my head, Rick.
Like
You're always in my
Maybe
head.
you already can see
the sports almanac idea.
Lotto Max.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
I'll only take 2 in a row. That's it.
Yeah, don't be greedy.
Well, no, like 2 in with 4 months. I need to grow again.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I would take one, but I'd like Powerball it probably.
Yeah.
Like I want the big one.
Power. You got to give all that map back. But yes, it's a much larger amount. You're correct.
And then I'm just gonna be like, man, I'm a great sports bettor. I'm Biff from Back to the Future too.
Yeah.
Dan, what skill or talent do you wish you had?
Man, there's so many. There's so many when you're as talentless as me. But I think that I probably wish I had a better ability to swim. That would be I suck at swimming, and I think that that's a detriment to me. So I'll just say that one. The future thing is good though. What's that?
Yeah, don't worry about swimming yet.
Oh, you think it's going the other way?
Well, no, I mean, what could happen here where you got to swim to survive? We're safe.
This is true.
You got to Wobberman for the weekend.
That's
if
you throw me in Wobberman, I'm done.
You got Sherwood Ports, Sherwood Ford, Power Sports and Marine. Liam, what's one skill or talent you wish you had?
I actually wish I could play a musical instrument well. Like playing a guitar would be cool.
How about working this television?
Yeah, it's TV just went out. Thanks, Rick.
Podcast production value. That's what you're hoping.
The show goes on though. People can see this.
You
going
sure?
down.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I think for me, the talent I wish I had is I wish I could. I have a friend who's a tattoo artist, and I find it amazing how well he can draw. I think it'd be a cool talent.
It makes no sense to me. Like they just sit there with like a blank wall and some paint, and they
make something pretty out of it.
Well, didn't someone sketch it out there first so you can paint inside the lines? No, you just start doing this and that.
Just little dips and dabs.
The dude with the hair.
I spent a little time in the Phoenix Art Gallery this week, Rick, and I'm here to tell you some of those artists don't know what they're doing either.
Well, some of those ones that people pay a lot of money for, you're just like, I don't get it.
It's all in the interpretation. So,
but like you can see, sometimes I follow people. They come up on my TikTok algorithm where like somebody would be like, "Can you draw a picture of my dog?" And they draw like a picture of the dog that is so realistic that you go, "Holy hell!" I think that'd be cool.
Didn't that girl do like a thing of Connor or something like that with like pencils and pens or something?
Oh, from Sonic?
Oh, I don't know. I think I saw it on Twitter, but sure.
Because she just did one too of Ryan Reynolds that I thought was hilarious. I'm jumping in the middle. Dan, you're up. This question is 3, but like, what are 3 items, gadgets, or pieces of technology that you cannot live without, not in your work life, but your personal life? If you don't have 3, it could be 1.
Yeah.
3's a lot.
Personal life, my AirPods for sure. My AirPod Pros. I use those to sleep. I run with them, all that good stuff.
I got to brag there that the pros.
Yeah, I know, but it's I know it's weird, but it's the silicone cushions. It's the silicone cushion. It makes all the difference in the world. And then, I'll just go with 1. We'll just do AirPod Pros. It's easy.
Liam, you got something you can't live without? Piece of technology, personal life, not work life.
I guess my phone.
Personally,
yeah. Like
if I threw your phone in the ocean, you'd be devastated right now.
Well, yeah, it's the way I talk. I like FaceTime my granddad on it. And
wow, pulling up my
heartstrings.
My
friends. So
right there first, eh?
Yeah.
My grandparents are dead. My grandparents are dead, so I don't need my phone.
Golly wall. Yeah, my phone. I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff like that. And my AirPods just broke because I put them in the washing machine, and I'm not that devastated about it.
Wow.
Were they that dirty?
It wasn't on purpose.
Rick, what's one piece of tech you can't live without?
Phone and earbuds.
Yeah, mine would be probably phone. My AirPods I use, like Dan said, all the time when I'm walking my dog. Always got them in. And then my laptop, even when I'm not doing work stuff.
Yeah,
I'm on my laptop all the time.
So that's fun. My phone will take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of the watch though.
What do you got over there?
Apple Watch.
Oh, I got an Apple Watch too. I like that. I could live without my Apple Watch though.
I think I could too, but it tells me how many steps I take.
All right. This is a very good question. This comes in from a young man named John.
John boy.
Liam?
Could it be the same one?
And I quote,
I would assume.
I'm a single guy on the dating apps and these dates are getting expensive.
Uh-huh.
What's the best free or cheap date I can take a girl out to in Edmonton this summer?
I have the best date ever. And I know it's the best date ever because it worked. And it worked 3 years ago. And I've never had to do a different one since.
Well, shout out to not Andrea because no.
No, this worked on her. So, and she liked it because it was creative. So, do you know when you see those things on social media and it's like, you have $15 and you have to pick from like this group of athletes. And
yeah.
Yep.
So
it's kind of like what we're doing with Waz.
Yes.
Yeah.
$20.
So you have your 3 categories, I guess, and you fill in the squares. And then you obviously have to fill them in. So you need like 9 ideas, but that can be variable of what you want to do. And then you give them to the girl. And then you be like, you have 10 points. And this is what we have to do for these. And so you can do small things like ours were like, go to bubble tea, get a bubble tea, grab cheesecake was actually one of them. That was a good one. Just like whatever you kind of want to put into it, just like walk around downtown, something like that. So there you go. Congratulations.
Choose your own adventure.
Upcoming relationship.
There you go, John. Dan, you got cheap or free date ideas?
Oh, I'm just a big proponent of using them feats and getting those steps down, especially for the early dates, because then you can have some conversation. And we have a lovely river valley walkway system that you can access the entire river from start to finish. I think they just finished that off. So yeah, to me, walking and getting out there and just having a conversation is a really easy way to weed out those red flags early on.
Rick, you got a cheap or free date?
You know what? Anything outside of Liam's answer there is like you could probably start like a show or something.
It'd just be one episode.
That's all you got, though?
Could be 9, I guess. We could get
anything but Liam's idea is good.
Listen,
good idea.
Yeah, coffee date, go for a walk, stroll. No. There's Fringe is coming up.
Oh, Fringe is a good one. Festivals, city of festivals.
One of those markets.
But no, I have to disagree with you, Rick.
Why?
Because anybody would take you on it's such a basic idea to go on a coffee date. But if you put coffee date in the grid,
that could be part
adds
of
a bit of creativity to it.
Fair. No, dude, I told you my first answer was your answer.
I was going to say like something like Dan said city of festivals. So I'm like, oh, Taste Edmonton's on right now. You could go there. But that is not cheap at all.
That is the opposite.
That is not cheap. So my answer instead is I'm on Amazon right now. Or roll of duct tape, $6. Tie her up. She can't leave.
You go.
Something to consider.
Yeah. Think about how much duct tape you have left as well.
They
Come on.
asked for the idiot's best answer. It's their fault if they got a dumb answer. That's all.
Oh no.
But for real though, like, do you have a dog? Because I remember when I was single, I seemed to match up with people that had dogs a lot. And we walked dogs. Dog park, hanging out. You know, what kind of coffee you like? I'll meet you at the dog park. I did that a handful of times.
Easy
peasy. Walk River Valley, gorgeous. I don't know how much is one of those Segway tours?
Oh, expensive. I think
Are they?
$80.
Damn. I was gonna say you could go to Ludacris until I looked at tickets last night for K-Days and they're $82.
Oh, well, here, let me help you out. I believe if you go to Costco, you can get all week pass for 2 people for $35. And then when you're in there, you get to the concert anyways.
Wow. Week pass, you said?
I believe it's 10 days, but yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, go to Costco. Or another date idea, $1.50 hot dog combo.
Oof.
Everybody's having a good time with the $1.50 hot dog combo.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong. So
although the makeout session afterward, once we crush this date, it's going to taste like Polish.
As long as you both have onions, are fine.
Polish dog.
Lady and the Tramp.
That'd be C. Come on.
With a hot dog?
This also could be you, segueing.
What a segue that was.
This is actually from Edmonton Segway website too, which is $60 not including tax.
That is not a cheap date.
Bad
That's not what we're after.
But that could be you.
Makers.
Either one of you.
Yeah, I think, you know what? You lose the Segways, walk down that trail free.
But look out for the Segways.
Yeah, watch out for the Segways. They'll run you down.
Spokes on those wheels?
Don't know.
Because you can sit there and throw sticks between the spokes.
16 pitches. Wow, that was the best one though, if you ask me.
You could what could you do? You go to the dollar store, get some paint supplies. Like me and my missus did this. I went to the dollar store, grabbed like the dollar paint supplies, and then every 90 seconds we switched paintings back and forth. They looked awful. They're pieces of shit, but like
I'm telling you,
what? It was the memory though.
You go to the right art gallery and you sell the right person gold.
I will sell you my date night painting for a low cost of $15,000.
Wow.
There you go.
It speaks to the struggle that young people are experiencing these days in the dating world. And so we took the speed and we added some elements. I can just keep going.
We are going to bring Kennedy in for the quote game. We haven't played the quote game in forever. Come on down. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you, nationgear.ca. That's where you can go to sign up for the Oilers Nation Open. It is August 30th. There's no excuses. That is the Friday leading into the long weekend. You've got a full green light. Go out there, meet some of your favorite internet friends, get into a little shenanigans, watch Gregor cry. Always a great time. Yesterday, Chalmers set the line at Gregor crying at 7.5 seconds.
Do you remember
you take the over.
It was so quick.
I wasn't there last year.
Oh, it was basically like picked up the paper and that was it.
Oh, so now the line makes more sense.
I remember Jay being like, "Come on." It's so ruthless.
Yeah, but it's probably like one of those Super Bowl things where you bet on the streaker. He had his money on himself. You know when he had
Yeah, it was a fast.
Oh, you can't bet on his own over of 7 seconds. Come on. We're gonna play Kennedy's quote game for the first time in a minute on Oilers Nation Radio. We gotta do it a little a little backwards. Kennedy, over to you.
Okay, we are back finally. It's the summer. Dog days of summer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you've never listened to this before, this is the Kennedy quote game where I pull 6 quotes that the boys have said, and there's 2 of one person, and they all have to guess who said who, and then whoever wins.
The dog wants in.
Bailey, I brought my dog in today.
Dog is going to come into the studio. Go see the boys.
All right.
There we go. We got a dog in the studio now.
Hi, sweetheart.
Makes sense.
Just a friend. Okay, so
number one.
Number one. Why'd you leave what's his balls open alone off the draw?
One more time.
Why'd you leave what's his balls open alone off the draw?
Okay.
Why'd you leave what's his balls?
How many of these do we have? Sorry.
I don't remember how we play.
6.
And
just write down the person's name.
Write down the person and there's a double.
Okay.
And you are in this, Liam. So one of these
So it's
is you.
Liam, Tyler, Bag Milk, Rick, or myself.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
I need
Even
to
me
remember
setting
all
this
the
up, like I was like, I forgot how to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2 layers of protection for the Marc-Andre Bergerons of the world.
Okay.
Number 3, I don't even think that's real wood. Number 4, I just think the whole team was shit. Number 5, the Oilers are just setting this up for a really good movie. And number 6, sometimes you got to turn the vacuum off and get to fucking work. Also, Apple now lets you have the transcripts, so going through and just searching words
That's
you guys
easy,
say
yeah.
is very entertaining.
Why were you
Perfect.
searching vacuum?
What's that?
Find out.
Why'd you search vacuum?
Oh,
Isn't that the Ken Holland reference?
Toilet
Wasn't he a
seat.
vacuum salesman before?
He was a goalie.
Before he was goalie.
Anyone need a reread?
Any other
Before we
questions?
do
Yeah.
it.
I got them all.
Alright,
I got
locked
them all
in?
on the first try. so-
locked and loaded?
Locked and loaded.
Okay. Alrighty. Number 1, why did you leave What's His Balls open alone off the draw?
I'm gonna say me because what's his balls sounds like something I would say.
I said Tyler because I thought he was Ian Tyler.
I said Liam.
Wow. We're gonna
I
have
have
4
the-
different answers.
I have me.
Oh,
We have 4 different answers. Awesome. Next one.
This is fantastic.
Oh, are we doing it?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna do this.
Up, that's not a goal. You fucked up there. Clean that up, that's not a goal. Why did you just leave What's His Balls open alone off that draw?
damn it.
That was a BM.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Now that I hear it afterwards, it makes sense.
Makes sense.
You hear it. You can like put it into everybody's voices and then
Yep.
Tough
tough. Okay. 2 layers of protection from the Marc-Andre Bergerons of the world.
I picked Dan. I feel like that's a hockey fights reference.
I also picked myself.
I have a Dan.
Hey, BM.
Okay, here's the quote.
We have 2 layers of protection. Winnie's a big size queen. Two layers of protection from the Marc-Andre Bergeron of the world.
Son
I
of
really want to get that out there. Apparently.
a interrupted.
I stand by that. Liam is a big size queen. Also,
It's a good quote. Should be on a t-shirt. Okay, number 3. I don't even think that's real wood.
Well,
I picked Liam.
I said Bag Milk, but I think it might be Tyler now.
I said Tyler.
I have me. 2 out of 3. That's not as smart.
More potential game 7 that I hope doesn't happen.
I don't even think that's real wood.
Okay.
Oh, because we were knocking on wood. Son of a gun. I'm 0-3. Who would have thought?
Okay, number 4. I just think the whole team was shit.
I said Rick.
I said Liam.
I said Tyler.
I have
That
Liam.
does sound like me.
The whole team was shit.
Okay,
It's an English thing.
Say the line.
That's a great British thing.
I just think the whole team was shit.
Team was shit. Yeah, I would say.
He said
Yeah,
it.
God, I bet.
More than they play with their original sentiment. Like, that shouldn't happen. I don't know. I just think the team was shit anyways. Yeah, they were definitely shit.
Yeah, it's just like as soon as we all were just like, no, that's Liam. It
Yep.
totally hurt him.
Got it.
It's the accent. Word
Son
shit.
of a gun. 0-4. Okay.
Gonna go for a goose.
It's never a
on.
good sign when you don't get your own.
Okay, the Oilers are just setting this up for a really good movie.
I picked Rick.
I said Rick.
I said Dan.
I went with movie expert Tyler.
Is that offensive to you, Liam? Is he like you're the one with the letterbox account?
That's exactly it. You were watching Inside Out. I saw your review.
I can't even comment on that right
Yeah,
now.
that's ridiculous.
This is just the first. Maybe they really want the story to be good. Someone tweeted or commented on the live show today. They go, "They was just setting this up for a really good movie."
Well, that's technically not his quote, though.
That's true. Point of order.
Ridiculous.
Well,
Point of order.
0-5.
Alrighty, last one, Liam. Sometimes you got to turn the vacuum off and get to fucking work.
I picked Tyler, but now I think it's more me, but I'm sticking with Tyler.
I said BM.
I said BM.
Yeah.
Come on. Please.
I just don't.
It is.
Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta turn the vacuum off and get to fucking work.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Wow. This might be
1
my
and 6.
greatest score of all time.
Can't win them all.
I started off hot, 2 for 6.
1 for 6 for me.
5.
3.
Oh, Rick.
3 for 6.
God damn.
Rick remains undefeated champ at the Kennedy quote game.
Rick's the best listener of our podcast.
Well, whatever. Well, that was fun.
He knows
Thanks,
it
boys.
off by
Yeah.
heart.
There goes Kennedy.
Thanks,
We'll probably
Kennedy.
have her back next week because there's nothing happening.
Thanks, Bailey.
You may leave the dog
Bye,
here.
Bailey.
Oh, the dog wants to
Bye.
leave.
Bye, Bailey.
Bye, Bailey.
Good dog.
You're a good girl. See you later.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up real quick. Hot Cold Performers, sponsored by me because we have no sponsor on them.
Who's the big one?
Millwood's going to do this one again.
Millwoods? All right.
On the screen. On the whole shit.
Millwoods Golf Club, home of the Oilers Nation Open. There, we'll tie it all together. NationGear.ca, go get a team in. You can book a team of 4. You can book as a single. There's 2 of you. Just book 2 single spots and let us know. We'll match you up together with 2 of your favorite friends you didn't even know about. Oh, golf friend. Friend. We always start off with our veggies on the NationGear.ca. On the NationGear.ca, hot and cold performers. Liam, you're to my right. Starting off with you, your cold performer of the week.
So I went to see the movie Inside Out 2 the other day. It was a great movie.
Phenomenal.
It's really well done. And it's a hockey movie, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But towards the end of the movie, they were playing a game. And my goodness, the calls that ref was making were absolutely atrocious. The one main character, Riley, got 2 minutes, and she had the puck, and someone hit her. She got 2 minutes for playing too rough.
Get an elbow up?
It felt
No.
like a basketball call in hockey.
Yeah, it felt like a charge.
Yep.
Terrible call. So that.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
That's what Riley was thinking in her head.
I completely
Understandable.
thought that too when I saw
Right?
it. But I did the thing that most people I think did where they're like, suspend your disbelief now. But Liam,
Not me. That's why I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars on my
That's
list.
not a penalty, ref.
He's like checking the name bar to see if it was one of the referees that's in
He's
the league.
yelling at the movie theater. She's like, that's not a penalty.
You have got to be kidding me, Ref.
Does the Rick pose stands up and does the
Probably Kazari.
I was going to say, it looked
Did
like
you look at the credits?
yeah, no, Steve Kazari wasn't in it. I think it was Chris Rooney.
Nation Dan, you were up next. You were a cold performer of the week.
I'm just gonna give it out to a single Panthers fan, but I feel like it is Panthers fans in general right now. And I'm talking about the Florida Panthers in case you were curious. I might be
Never
talking
heard
about
of
the
them.
Carolina Panthers, or what's the English the famous English Panthers team, a football team. Is there not an English? Anyways, doesn't matter. This team. I was at my concert. I was checking out my favorite band of all time, AJR, and I was making some comments on social media about that band and those kinds of things. And a Panthers fan named Kevin Brevin comes out of nowhere and responds and says, "McJesus got shut down." It's in the middle of fucking the summer. I'm enjoying my life after this. And he comes out of nowhere into an AJR conversation to remind me that McJesus got shut down. So my cold performer of the week is going to go out to the Panthers fans who still want more for us to care about the Stanley Cup win that they got than they do themselves. You get my cold performer of the week.
I believe Liam, I believe Dan was talking about the Nottingham Panthers.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Hockey team.
That's the hockey team,
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah,
Yes.
a professional hockey club based in Nottingham in England.
I think that's where they got the referee
Wait,
call
wait,
based off of
Wait.
those.
Your response was he won the Conn Smythe?
No, what? I didn't
Your
respond at all.
Why
No, I
was your
just
response not he was the
I
Conn
responded-
Smythe?
No, I didn't respond to the guy at all. I just gave him more AJR response.
No, it should be he won the Conn Smythe.
Oh, I didn't care.
He won the Conn Smythe trophy. You
I-
did not shut him down.
I honestly don't care more than
Stupid.
they do. And it's fascinating to me how much Panthers fans care about Oiler fans caring about their win.
My favorite thing that I do with Panthers fans on social now is I tell them that nobody went to their parade.
I didn't.
And then they'll send like a picture of the people at the parade. I'm like, it's really
Photoshop.
embarrassing. You had to get crisis actors to show up to your Stanley
Photoshop.
Cup.
I did send him back to his subreddit, though, our Panthers, which is actually the Carolina Panthers subreddit, because they can't even get their own fucking sub.
I'm only interested in the Nottingham Panthers. Rick, you're up. Cold performer of the week.
Copa officials.
Oh,
Oh, that's
you're
cold.
new to this, eh?
No, it's always like that, but still. They should always get that.
Though actually, credit to him, the ref that Canada had in that last game against Uruguay was actually pretty good.
Fair, but leading up to that,
one of the
leading up to it
one.
was terrible.
Awful. Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the organizers of the final.
That's
even worse.
Yeah, people
That's not
blaming
the organizers.
that.
That's the people. That's the people
It
trying
is
to get
your
in.
it is your organization though.
It's South American football.
It's the
You need to-
fans.
yeah,
It's
you
the
need to know what's
fans.
coming for you.
It's
Yeah.
the fans.
Yeah,
You hold Super Bowls there, and no one's ever done that.
exactly. Like Formula One's a bunch of stuff. It's never like that.
Soccer, right?
You're telling me.
Crazy.
I don't
Those
know.
Colombian fans, they get up in the vents. Who knows where they end up?
What a crazy thing to do.
There's some of them up here right now.
Yeah, these ones.
These
That's
vents
what
up
banging
top
and
here.
clanging is.
Mhm.
I guarantee you.
You know,
He's a thin fella, but he's
they
in there.
really want to see what's going on in Nation HQ. They want to get some of those Waz snacks ready for next week. This is stupid, but it bothered me. I love Big Brother. Everybody knows I do. They split up the premiere in 2 nights. It could have been 1 night. You dragged out the exact same program 2 nights in a row for an hour each night.
Did he just start?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was like well into it.
Like when they do that with
No, get him bored.
WrestleMania. I
All
don't
right,
want
catch up.
WrestleMania anymore.
There you
either.
go.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
They let 8 people in on 1 night, and then they let 8 people in on night 2. They stretched it out over 2 nights for no fucking reason.
That is dumb.
It's the Michael Scott quote. It's the he finally has a story he wants to tell you, and he knows it. They know you
Ridiculous.
want to see that opening, so they're going to stretch it out.
Got to get those ads in. You know? Hot performers of the week. Let's reverse the order. Rick, you were up first. Let's talk about some good things going on in your life. What's your hot performer of the week?
It's the return of NCAA football. Like the EA game, by the way. I was to specify. Haven't been out since 2014, I believe.
I didn't see you as a big vids guy.
Oh, I love the sports fits. Outside of the sports games, no, I got nothing, man. But give me in the sports games.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Because players get a rip now, right?
Sorry?
The players get a rip of that now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should. Yeah. Somehow.
Yeah.
Archie Manning got a ton.
Nation Dan, you're up. Hot performer of the week.
It's going to go out to the Edmonton Elks for finally making probably the easiest decision they've ever had to make as an organization since at least the name change is firing GM and head coach Chris Jones after leading the team to a wonderful 8-33 record.
Is that bad?
I gotta give I'll give the Elks a hot performer for making that move, but I'm also gonna give Chris Jones a hot performer for lasting as long as he did,
Credit to him.
giving the rest of us a reason to actually maybe apply for the GM job because you can't do any worse than that.
This season's been all with one score, and there've been 3 back-to-back
Still.
last
Yes, of
second
course.
field goals.
Yep.
Also losses. Don't get me wrong. Definitely had to lose his job. Fair enough. However, this is not the same as like a couple years ago when we went the whole year of those things.
However,
They've been in every
Jones,
single game. It's crazy. They're doing it. The players are doing it themselves, but the coach takes a rap.
however, Jones has done this in every organization that he's been in the CFL so far in his
He
tenure.
won
So
here.
the Elks,
Yeah, somehow.
the Elks get my hot performer of the week.
It's getting hot in here.
8-33,
Credit to him. Broke a record too.
Which one?
including a second straight 0-5 start to an NFL CFL season.
The record was longest losing streak at home.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's good to be
Hey,
number one.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hey, if you're going to be bad, you better be best.
It's true.
Something to think about. Liam, your hot performer. of the
I
week.
had one, but now it slipped my mind.
You're on Elks train now.
Yeah, so I will go with. I mean,
ESPN. in the
When's the
list.
next Elks home game? I'm going to go.
Next Sunday.
next
28th.
Sunday.
All right. I'm in.
So obviously England lost in the Euro final again. Which
2 times in a row.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
Your summer of sports has just not been good.
This was my last chance, and it didn't go well. But Gareth Southgate is no longer their manager. But I'm going to give him a hot performer. Although he never won anything, England were an absolute joke of a nation when it came to football. Just a team that had all these expectations that could never execute anything. So credit to Southgate. Thanks for the memories. I won't miss you.
He's a hot guy.
Great food court.
Does it hurt like even more knowing that England created the sport and is thus as poor as they are?
Are they like the U.S. national team and had people turn it down since then, though?
I know this is a hot job.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was a tough one to swallow on Sunday. I was very upset.
We were all Team England, I thought. In our
Even
group
Jay
chat
texted me.
Jay did
being
text.
like, it's coming home.
Beckham's the next coach.
Beckham? Then we are.
Why? He does those fun Uber Eats ads.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky as a head coach was a really good
Yeah,
time.
that worked
What am I
out.
talking about?
Listen, he was the best at what he did. Surely that will translate. Everybody can figure out how to do those bending passes like he did. Just like that.
Just see the field like I did. It'll be fine.
You know who's the hot performer of the week for me is the portable air conditioner I bought because my house was, I think my bedroom was 32 degrees at night one night. I'm like, this is nuts. Went to Amazon. Jeff Bezos delivered next day. Got myself a portable air conditioner. Now my house is 26 degrees instead of 32 degrees. But you know what? I'll take it. So shout out to my air conditioner, who I've named Ice Spice. So thank you for that.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There you have it. A well-executed episode of Oilers Nation Radio.
As per usual.
One of the best you'll ever hear. Try and find another Oilers podcast as succinct as this one in the middle
There's
of
one
July.
3 days a week.
Can you drop another weather report for us?
That's not a podcast. That's a show that's turned into a podcast. You can't just rip the audio from The Simpsons and put it out as a podcast. Come on.
Good deal.
But have they tried it yet? Because I'm just saying.
You know what? It would probably actually play to more people than you would think.
It's true.
Anyway, have a great
You're
weekend,
welcome,
everybody.
Simpsons.
We're wrapping it up. Any final words, boys?
Farewell.
Stay cool.
Stay cool, friends.